La ilahe illallah. La ilahe illallah.
From an amazing lynx encounter to a creepy humanoid sighting to a sea-maid capture and a mysterious oaf sighting. Here are shocking trail cam footage you need to see. Glowing eyes. While out for a drive, these people came across a man who was attempting to follow their car. Thinking he was some kind of dimwit, they thought it would be amusing to turn the car around and get a closer look. However, when they did that, it wasn't quite what they had expected. Instead, they encountered a very peculiar creature with glowing eyes as it approached. Its speed was also remarkably inhuman, which was enough to frighten the occupants of the car away. A black creature. Two YouTubers were attempting to explore an isolated place when they came face to face with an eerie sight. Behind the branches of a tree stood a black creature staring directly at them. Its eyes and smile were discernible from the darkness, and it bore no resemblance to a human whatsoever. The location they were in was already renowned for being haunted by spirits and ghosts, so encountering one there wasn't surprising at all. Cryptid Walker. This footage was uploaded by a Reddit user, Mr. Paranormal Guy. The video shows an empty room of a house that seems to be being renovated, and there are two stepladders placed in the middle of the room. The door is wide open, and there is no one else in the room. Then suddenly, a small cryptid creature enters the room and walks a few steps. Then it suddenly teleports and vanishes into thin air. The creature had a bulbous head, a small thin body, and large black eyes. Viewers say it could be an alien indeed, as it really looks like one of the depictions of aliens. Others speculate that it could be a cryptid creature or even a demon. Giant cloud face. The storm that occurred in Canada in 2011 was one of the most shocking events of all time. The people were shocked by the storm as well as the strange sightings witnessed during it. Footage was recorded that revealed a mysterious, huge face forming in the clouds. The face was so clear, with a well-defined nose and clear humanoid features. The sighting left people stunned. It is one of the most rare happenings never witnessed before. Thank you for watching till the end. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends.
A walking goat. A big goat who thought that nobody was watching it decided to practice its demon walk. Little did it know, a man with his camera was just a few feet away, recording it on its two legs in one direction. When this video hit the internet, people couldn't stop themselves, but wondered if that was a skinwalker. We are not sure, but do let us know what you guys think. A pixie. A man was out in the woods looking for anything interesting. He had heard about that strange creature living there, so he wanted to go see for himself. So he set up cameras everywhere and hid himself somewhere safe. He was expecting something massive and terrifying, but what he found was against all his expectations. A tiny gray-colored creature appeared looking here and there, maybe making sure no one was there. And then it ran away. According to some, it can be the famous pixie. Nothing can be said for sure.
Enchantress in cave. The video unveiled a holly appearance of a human covered in black dress and wearing a long white mask. In the dark cave, it was horrific to see such a supernatural thing. It must be an enchantress, or maybe a person with such an appearance, but it gives no clue for the person to be there. Black shadow. The footage of a restaurant unveiled a black that materialized itself and started walking. After being noticed by the staff, the spirit passes through the window and gets outside. The scary moment captured by the camera haunted the viewers, as it was scary to see supernatural thing at a public rush. Mysterious story. In a spine-chilling video, a group of people captures a figure walking on two legs in narrow tunnels. As the figure moves through the cramped passages, it becomes increasingly eerie and unrecognizable as a human. Speculations arise that it could be a paranormal spirit or ghost haunting the dark depths. Spooky siblings. So, there were these two little kids, right? And you won't believe when I tell you they were out there in the dark like really late and someone caught it all on a trail camera. Totally creepy. But wait, it gets even weirder. Behind some bushes, there's this strange creature. And get this, it signals to the kids to come closer. Who are these kids? Where did they come from? And why on earth did they go near that thing? You'd think someone would have the answers, but nope. It's all a mystery. A real-life ghost. So, picture this. Two buddies hanging out in the woods with their adorable doggo. While they were filming their furry friend, something extraordinary happened. I kid you not, they capture what looks like a real ghost on camera. The ghostly boy appears in the top left corner for just a moment, and then poof disappears into thin air. They've been going to those woods for quite some time, but never saw anything like it before, and they were pretty spooked by the whole thing. Glowing eyes in the dark. You won't believe what this motion-activated camera caught in the wild. A bear got curious and triggered the camera, revealing its eyes glowing like something out of a spooky movie. It seemed pretty irritated by the light, as if it had something to say before disappearing from view. Can you imagine encountering those hungry eyes in person instead of just on camera? Terrifying. Chilling biker adventure. In a spine-tingling moment, a group of bikers came face to face with the paranormal. They spotted a goblin-like creature with a skinny frame walking barefoot on the road. The eerie encounter left the bikers in shock, questioning the existence of supernatural beings among us. The unsettling sight of the mysterious being continues to haunt their thoughts, forever etched in their memories as a chilling encounter with the unknown. Ghost cat. The following footage recorded by a security camera shows something creepy. A woman runs into the frame, terrified, as if she's running away from something, and seconds later a little black creature appears. At first it seems like a normal cat, but then its strange, glowy eyes can be seen. The eyes of cats do glow in the dark, but not as much as the ones that were glowing. Another thing that is so creepy is that cats do not chase humans like this cat is chasing the woman. This is one of the most unexplainable encounters recorded on camera.
The subscriber's pick. This image shows two huge spiders crawling up the buildings. One of them is way larger than the other. However, both look just terrifying. So we did our research and came to know that this picture isn't real but photoshopped. But don't worry, we have another same creature coming up next, which is way less fake than this one. A massive spider. And we came across this video online and it's freaking us out. There's this huge spider, like insanely big, crawling up a building. Seriously, who wants to come face to face with that in real life? I'm certain it'll haunt my dreams for weeks to come. But honestly, I can't tell if it's legit or just a prank. Either way, I'm not taking any risks and keeping my distance from wherever that was filmed.
Driver freaks out by a ghost. Supernatural occurrences seem to be unfolding in Malaysia, where spirits and ghosts have been spotted on deserted highways. In a video, two individuals are driving on a road late at night when they suddenly notice a figure sitting in the middle of the road. This person appears entirely unperturbed by the situation. The ensuing conversation between the two is quite comical, and if characters in horror movies behaved similarly, they might have a better chance of survival. The driver starts feeling uneasy about the person, and the entire situation takes on an eerie tone, prompting them to swiftly turn their vehicle around and leave. Sigbin. Much like chupacabras, Sigbins belong to the realm of myths. Or do they? Because apparently someone managed to capture one on camera. For those unfamiliar, Sigbins are mythological creatures that emerge in the darkness to extract blood from humans. They are said to move backwards with their heads lowered between their hind legs and possess the ability to become invisible to other creatures, especially humans. However, upon watching this clip, it becomes evident that not every attribute ascribed to these creatures in myths holds true. Unidentified catch. This clip has captured the attention of millions, presenting what is considered one of the most compelling proofs of mermaid existence to date. While out at sea during a storm, fishermen made an astonishing discovery in their nets. A careful look reveals a creature with human-like characteristics caught in the net. Considering the treacherous conditions and the appearance of the creature's hand, which is webbed like that of a mermaid, it raises questions about the possibility of mermaids. A ghost. Referred to as the Defy witch, this solitary individual resides in a woodland building. Some individuals ventured to film their encounter with her, catching a fleeting glimpse of her from a window. Without even entering the building, they spotted the witch. prompting thoughts about her curiosity and potential actions against intruders. A floating tree. Is it an optical illusion or a remarkable occurrence? You might find yourself pondering this question as you watch a palm tree seemingly float in midair. The incident took place in Oman in 2017 during the relocation of the palm tree. While it's lifted by a crane, the video gives the impression that the tree is magically hovering.
Deer eating a squirrel. When someone thinks that nobody is watching them, that is when they do the weirdest things possible. And the same was the case for this deer. It thought there was no human or no camera around, so it grabbed its meaty snack and devoured it all. I don't know about you, but my view of deer has surely changed. It's difficult to see them as the peace-loving, grass-eating, minding their own business types, you know. Before moving any further, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon so you can keep watching our amazing content. An unusual relationship. Now, I know we usually see lions as the ferocious, the hunter types, but there are times when they have shown us their soft sides too. For instance, this lion who liked the baby calf so much that it first decided to take care of it and be with it, and later even tried protecting the baby from other animals as well. Isn't this such a wonderfully unusual relationship? Nature sure does not stop surprising us.
Mysterious forest stalker. What appears to be just a simple video of two siblings playing in the woods takes a creepy turn as we realize that it isn't just two of them there. There is someone else right behind, and the two little kids start running in fear as soon as they realize that there is a creepy being following them. To some, it was a prank being played on the kids, but to others, it looked like an alien-like being in the woods. Nothing was ever confirmed, though. Mysterious hole. Now, to some, it might look like a usual video where a coyote is captured digging up a random hole in the middle of nowhere. But when we consider the context, this is not as normal as it might look like to us. According to the owner of the trail camera, this coyote and raccoons had been digging out this hole for many nights. He had no idea what was there that got all of these animals so intrigued. Something odd. You won't believe what happened when a trail cam was doing its usual thing. Out of nowhere, a strange shadow of some creature popped up on the left side, and then it just disappeared without ever stepping in front of the camera. Even the experts couldn't figure out what it was, sparking debates among people. Some thought it could be Bigfoot, while others guessed a bear or even a gorilla. The mysterious swimmer. This guy was just trying to catch some fish for dinner when he saw the most bizarre creature swimming around in the water. Seriously, it looked like nothing he had ever seen before. So he whipped out his camera and filmed it to show to everyone. But the crazy part is, nobody could figure out what kind of animal it was. Its eyes, its skin color, nothing matched with known fish species. Could it be some sea monster like the ones people talk about in stories? Who knows?
A humanoid being in woods. Some bikers were out on their usual routine, riding along steep tracks. However, what they did not know was they were about to see something which will haunt them for their whole lives. As they move forward into the forest, we see a weird humanoid creature emerging from one side of the track and running away. One of the bikers even fell from his bike after seeing that thing. The one with the camera, however, tried going after the creature to see what it was. But to his shock, it disappeared into thin air and was nowhere to be found. Now, isn't that one weird experience? Man saves kid. When a mother and her kid were walking near the railway tracks, the kid ended up falling on the tracks. To make things worse, we see a train coming straight towards the kid, leaving the mother helpless. And that is when we see a man running straight towards the kid and helping him up the tracks, and then himself too. All this in mere seconds, and just before the train comes. The bravery this man showed is just amazing. Don't you think so?
A scary sea spider. A fisherman was terrified after catching a mystery sea creature with dozens of long black legs. Desha Srichai, 41, pulled in the bizarre life form with long spindly limbs moving like a spider in Krabi province, southern Thailand, on November 30th. He noticed the odd-looking creature among the fish and recoiled with horror, hurling the net to the ground. The curious fisherman poked the mystery creature with a stick and considered whether to burn it before making a video on his phone to help identify the species. A ghost ride. This incident occurred in Thailand, just a day after an old man passed away. His wheelchair was captured on CCTV moving on its own. The entire staff was shocked to witness what had transpired. According to them, while it is possible that the wind might have played a role, they are planning to hold a holy event soon to offer prayers and pay respect to the former owner of their wheelchair. This image shows a huge bear who got all these scars on him. Maybe he got into a big fight, or maybe it was due to something else. But the picture and the way the bear is coming towards the camera is enough to scare anyone out. I mean, imagine seeing this sight in the woods at night. Caught in the act. In Lyons, Colorado, a surveillance camera recorded a clever bear in action. The bear appears to believe it's alone and confidently heads towards a nearby marijuana dispensary. Using swift maneuvers, the bear successfully seizes a bin and quickly retreats. It's as if the bear is well aware of its actions and aims to keep its mischievous behavior hidden. Unfortunately for the bear, it was unaware that the cameras were recording and documenting every single moment.
Napa, the bear. This bear was born in a zoo and sold to a circus, and there it had to spend 12 years in captivity. And after so many years, he finally found a home in the most beautiful sanctuary. The best part about all this is the reaction of the bear. And his first snow day was the most adorable, heart-bursting thing ever. Let's hope that the bear will get better soon and be free in the wild to enjoy the life it is supposed to live. A huge crocodile. In a remote part of the Philippines, villagers captured an enormous crocodile weighing about 2,000 pounds. The crocodile was believed to be around 18 feet long and had a reputation for attacking humans. Despite being tied up on a cart, the determined beast continued to struggle, causing the cart to shake under its massive weight. This frightened the villagers, but they didn't give up. With the assistance of experts, they bravely intervened, and after nearly an hour of effort, successfully resecured the crocodile to prevent any additional damage.
Dancing bear. A wildlife channel that set up cameras in the jungle to capture some cool animal footage. And guess what they got? Bears shaking their behinds and moving around like Shakira. It's hilarious. You see, bears get itchy too, just like us humans. But their way of scratching their backs is quite unique. They use trees to scratch themselves, and they absolutely love doing it. Check out the video, it's just so funny. Breathing earth. You won't believe what a trail cam recorded. The earth was actually bobbing up and down, looking like it needed a break from all that spinning and orbiting around the sun. They call it the breathing earth phenomenon. It happens when the ground gets a bit loose and the wind is stronger than usual, causing the earth to move up and down, almost like it's taking a breath. It might seem scary if you didn't know what it was, like the earth is about to swallow you up. Dangerous cyclist. In a horrifying trail camera recording, a person is seen driving recklessly through a tunnel, surrounded by the rush of vehicles. As the footage unfolds, it was not a car, but a person riding a bicycle at breakneck speed. The shocking sight of this daredevil risking their life and endangering others in the dark, claustrophobic tunnel leaves viewers trembling with fear and the realization of the impending danger. Imposter Pope. This footage would drive you nuts even if you are not religious. The video has also raised questions about the true identity of Pope Francis and who he really is. In the following footage, the camera is focused on the Pope's face and shows a close-up of the face while he touches his face with his hand. However, something bizarre is recorded by the camera. The Pope holds his face from his nose and stretches it, making it look like a mask. The skin of the Pope seems to pull off more than the usual stretchiness of normal human skin. The footage has left the spectators baffled, and everyone has started to doubt the real identity of Pope Francis.
Laotian rock rat. The Laotian rock rat is one seriously terrifying type of rat. Back in 2005, experts found it and realized it was the only one left from a long-lost rat family that was believed to be extinct for a whopping 11 million years. But guess what? After all those years of thinking it was gone forever, the rat made a comeback and was spotted in Laos by those same experts. Pretty amazing, right? La Palma lizard. Once thought to be completely gone, the La Palma giant lizard surprised everyone by flourishing on the same island. Scientists say their population began dwindling around 2,000 years ago. For nearly 500 years, it was assumed they were extinct. But guess what? These clever lizards managed to stay hidden from humans for ages until they were unexpectedly found again.
Ouais, il va pas me bouffer les doigts. Aïe!
In 2007, a newspaper published the first photo of the species, and since then, more and more evidence has emerged.
Dobby. We're not sure if you'll find this amusing or eerie, but the family whose security camera captured this creature believed it might be their son pulling a Halloween prank on them. In the video, you can see a slender-legged creature with a head resembling Dobby from Harry Potter. However, it doesn't really look like their son. Want to know why? Well, they even had the poor guy wear underwear on his head for comparison, and when you look at both videos, it's clear it wasn't him. Troll. You might think of it as a creature from legends, but sometimes myths can become reality. All it takes is the courage to explore places where few dare to go, just like the man in this story. He ventured into a cave, and what he captured on film there shocked anyone who saw it. A massive troll-like figure emerged from a dark cave. Unfortunately, the video cuts off, so we're left wondering what happened next. Creature with no eyes. If there's any place in the world where you'd expect to encounter a monster from an alien movie, it's Australia. And that's exactly where this eyeless fish monster was discovered. Despite its small size, the fish looked like it came straight out of a horror film. This worm-like fish, measuring 15 centimeters in length, is believed to be related to worm gobies. Because worm gobies typically live their entire lives beneath the mud, humans rarely encounter them. This raises the possibility that it could be a new species. An alien caterpillar. This incident occurred in the US when some children came to their mom, telling her that there was something weird outside. When she went to check, it turned out to be a very creepy caterpillar, with a human-like face and a scary body. She took out her phone and recorded it all. After being uploaded on the internet, the comment section was flooded with people suggesting it was an alien baby. But was it really that? Or was it a fake? That is something that will remain a secret forever. Paranormal activity. This video footage captures a situation where a man set up traps and cameras to figure out what was happening to his hens during the night. The results were quite eerie. Initially, a fake hen falls, causing the man's rope trap to shift. Some viewers even claim to have spotted a dark figure in the video. Feel free to share your thoughts if you notice it too. Mutant pig. Way down in South America, a farmer was excited about the upcoming birth of piglets from his female pigs. More piglets meant better business, which he was fully invested in. However, one of the newborn piglets turned out to be an unexpected surprise. It appeared mutated and unlike the others. The farmer recorded this unusual piglet and shared it online, sparking a wave of astonishment. Some speculated that it might be a strange human-pig mix, while others entertained the idea of it being an alien-like creature. The exact cause of its unique appearance remains a mystery. A close call. This park ranger in Yellowstone had a heart-stopping moment. While on duty, they had a really close encounter with an enormous grizzly bear. Imagine that. The ranger noticed the giant bear and tried their best to keep it away from the visitor's car. But guess what? The bear didn't stop. It decided to charge straight at the ranger. Can you believe it? Thankfully, the ranger managed to escape and kept shooting into the air until the bear finally ran back into the forest. A creepy cane. This video does not show any wild creatures or humanoid beings, but what it shows is just as creepy. A security guard saw it on CCTV footage and decided to record it from there. The cane is standing next to a chair at first, but then we see it moving on its own and stopping near the elevator. As the video progresses, someone sees it lying on the floor and then picks it up, and after a few minutes, the cane disappears from the spot too. Where did it go? No one knows. The attic monster. A man kept hearing creepy voices from his house. So one day, he just decided to go check the whole house to see what was causing them. When he couldn't find anything anywhere, he had to check the attic, which was the only place left. At first, there was nothing except broken toys and other old stuff. But as he continued to search, he found a weird-looking man sitting in some kind of a box. And that is where the video ends. What happened afterwards? We couldn't tell. Musical ghost. An ominous and bone-chilling tune resonated from an abandoned mausoleum in a forlorn graveyard. The haunting song sent shivers down the spines of those close, as it appeared to come from nowhere and everywhere at the same time. The sad sounds filled the air, generating a sense of foreboding and mystery. Despite the fact that the tomb looked to be empty, the disturbing singing continued, leaving observers perplexed and unsettled. Whispers of a ghostly apparition spread like wildfire, capturing the interest of passers-by. The haunting singing from the empty tomb became a spine-chilling story passed down through generations. Invaders Group. The security camera records a person trying to retreat into the house. With no response, he went back. But he was again captured by the camera on the back side of the house. With his allies, he tried to invade. But as he opened the door, the alarm started ringing, and they ran off while stealing something present on the front door.
Titanoboa. Dinosaurs are gone, and so are titanoboas. Titanoboas were really big snakes that used to exist, but they've been extinct for a long time, just like dinosaurs. Scientists thought they were all gone until some videos showed up online and became really popular. These videos showed a massive snake on an island that looked exactly like a titanoboa. I don't think the video is fake at all. It's pretty surprising. The black leopard. The black leopard, also called the black panther, is a darker version of the leopard and jaguar due to a condition called melanism. It's important to note that it's not considered a different species. In the past, both species were thought to be extinct, but it's possible that the rarity of melanistic leopards played a role in this misconception. Black leopards occur when two recessive alleles combine, which is a very uncommon gene occurrence. While black leopards are less common than black jaguars and often grouped together, scientists have limited options to aid these cats, so they'll likely remain rare.
Orangutan rescue. Toward the river, there was this orangutan facing a tough situation, feeling like all hope was slipping away for its survival. But you know what? It didn't give up. And guess what? A human came to the rescue, carrying a long log of wood. The man and the orangutan climbed onto a big rock in the middle of the raging river. They used the long wood to reach the dry land. Despite being in distress, the clever orangutan knew how to use the wood to get to the trees and then to safety. The rake. In the video, a curious man decided to investigate strange noises emanating from the sewer near his house. He recalled hearing similar sounds in the past and even catching a glimpse of what he believes to be a mysterious creature, which he described as an alien. With a bold determination, he attempted to make peaceful contact with the creature. But the next events turned out to be anything but peaceful. Some speculate it could be the rake, but to others, it was just a fake video. A creature on the roof. What this man saw and recorded was something which was enough to send shivers down anyone's spine. At the start of the video, there is nothing much to be seen, just the darkness, the man's car, neighborhood and all. But as the video progresses, a creature appears on the roof crawling on it. It not just scared the man, but us too, to be honest. But was it real or not? No one could tell. Unexplained creature. This clip was recorded in Ohio a few years ago, and the man who uploaded it claimed that he had observed this creature wandering around the roads and obstructing traffic for some time. Even though no statements were ever made by the authorities, the video evidence was available, and the man had recorded everything showing how the creature, which appears more like an insect but without wings, is moving around in the area. A pet crocodile. What might be a nightmare for one could be pure enjoyment for someone else. And this video is going to prove that, because while most of the Earth's population is scared of these crocs, this family somewhere in Borneo has this crocodile as their regular visitor. It swims up to them to get scraps of meat and shellfish as treats and then departs. But according to some, the crocodile isn't there for the meat. It goes there every day hoping for a chance that one of them might fall into the water. A mystery sea creature. A peculiar jelly-like sea creature was caught by a fisherman in the Gulf of Thailand. The fisherman placed the strange creature on a wooden bench and observed as it slowly moved across the surface. It seemed to be composed of thick grey goo containing black spots within each cell resembling larvae. Curious about its identity, the man asked friends and searched online, but no one could identify this marine creature from the depths of the tropical sea. Siren Head. At first, it looked like a man crawling in the distance, but as the camera zooms into the creature, it gets clear that it was no human being. Instead, it did not even look like an animal or even the famous Bigfoot. What the creature resembled was a siren head, a demonic being usually found in myths and stories. So does this mean that they are real, or maybe this video is just a fake? Do let us know what you guys think. Strange river monster. These people were watching, and they thought they saw an alligator, but then it moved, and it was the weirdest sight ever. It was only using its strong tail to move around, and guess what? Its front legs were nowhere to be seen. I mean, what the heck was that creature? Was it just some alligator with a front leg issue? Or could it be some crazy evolving river monster that's going to wipe out humanity? What are your thoughts on this, guys? Let's hear it. Rare encounter. Have you heard of piebald deer? They're these unique deer with patches of white color on their usually dark hide. Super rare to spot in the wild. But guess what? This trail camera managed to capture one in 2021, and the owner couldn't contain their excitement. They were so happy about it that they had to share it online. Elk with a tire. This trail cam captured an elk with a tire stuck around its neck. For 2 long years, this majestic creature had to carry the burden of that tire while its antlers and neck continued to grow, making it increasingly difficult for the elk to break free on its own. Concerned about the elk's well-being, wildlife officials decided to step in and do something about it. They tranquilized the elk and attempted to remove the tire, but unfortunately they had no choice but to cut off the antlers in the process. It's a tough situation, but let's hope the elk will soon grow a new and beautiful pair of antlers.
A scam caught on camera. This man wanted his insurance money, and the way he decided to get it is the best. At first, he deliberately made his bike reverse and hit the car, and then he flew himself backwards on the car. I mean, watch for yourself what he is doing. What he did not know was that a dash cam was installed in the car and he was being recorded. If you ever plan such a thing, do check for cameras, folks. A baby dinosaur. It is a 5-second clip, but you will see here something just out of this world. A baby dinosaur, or should I say something which appeared to be like a baby dinosaur, was caught on this CCTV footage running around in the city. This video has us wondering, is it possible that dinosaurs maybe are still alive? What do you guys think? A smart lion. This video shows a lion strutting its stuff, giving the tourist its best blue steel, when all of a sudden, splash! The lion takes a dive right into the pond. Looks like it was too focused on showing off its good side and forgot to watch where it was going. Whoopsie! Don't get us wrong, lions are still mighty and ferocious, but this just proves that they can have their clumsy moments too. Keep practicing those catwalk skills, Mr. Lion! Well, that's all for today, guys. Thank you for watching the video. A weird creature. So, have you ever wondered if alien life exists? Well, this video circulating on social media might just be the evidence you need. The video is from a security camera capturing a bizarre figure with long limbs, big ears, and weird movements walking through. Some have even gone as far as to suggest that it might be Dobby from Harry Potter, which we kind of agreed to too. Who knows? Maybe the truth is out there after all? Walking fish. Up next, we have a walking fish. Yeah, you heard it right. It's called a mud skipper, and it's making marine biologists go nuts. This incredible species can walk on land using its fins, which is a total game changer for fish, don't you think? It can switch between water and land like it's no big deal, making it a remarkable subject for observation and research. The video of this mud skipper has gone viral on social media, and it's not hard to see why. I mean, who wouldn't be fascinated by a fish that can walk? It's like the fish version of the movie Footloose.
Anne-Marie the sun bear. As a young cub, she was bought by a family in Vietnam and spent her days behind rusty bars. But in August 2016, when she turned 7, A rescue team arrived and set her free from that lonely cage. Despite being generally healthy, she had some joint issues from her lack of activity in captivity. After her rescue, she was taken to a rehabilitation center, and plans were made to reintroduce her to the wild, giving her a chance at a fresh start. Tasmanian tiger. Tasmanian tigers used to live all over Australia and Tasmania, but they disappeared a long time ago. They looked like a mix of tigers and wild dogs. It's really strange because some people say they've seen and taken pictures of these tigers, even though they were supposed to be extinct since 1936. Scientists say they can't be alive, but we're not sure what to make of the videos and pictures. In the past few years, there have been 8 reported sightings of the tiger, and the most recent one was in July 2019 when a man claimed to have found something that looked like a Tasmanian tiger.
A cult. Picture a car cruising down a dim road at night. Out of nowhere, a group of individuals dressed as, can you guess, Charlie Chaplin? Yes, it's quite bizarre. Even more unsettling, they halt to peer into the car, and a mysterious light appears in the background. Keep an eye out for the masked individual too. A new species. This daring explorer found himself in the heart of the jungle, full of adventure and curiosity, when he stumbled upon a mysterious cave. Naturally, he couldn't resist the urge to investigate further. And guess what? He encountered an utterly unexpected sight, a sinister creature slithering toward him in the darkness. Talk about a heart-stopping moment. He swiftly fled from the scene, his feet carrying him as fast as they could. To this day, the true identity of that creature remains a mystery. But one thing's for sure, it certainly wasn't Spider-Man. A black ring. In the video, there is a mysterious black smoke ring floating above a group of buildings. The ring appears solid and perfectly circular, clearly separated from the sky. The origin of the smoke ring remains unknown, leading to various theories about its nature. Some propose it might serve as a portal to another dimension, while others consider it a unique atmospheric phenomenon. Regardless of its origin, this smoke ring is sure to deeply impact anyone who sees it.
A suspected goblin. Now, this can be the most confusing footage you will ever come across. Nothing seems to be clear here. What the men are trying to do? What exactly are they trying to catch? But one thing is very clear. The weird tiny creature standing at the corner, and then suddenly, it tries running towards a side, freaking the hell out of the men. What exactly was that? For some, it was a goblin, and for others, a fake. You do let us know what you guys think. A tiny creature. At first, it might look like a normal video where a baby is sitting on the floor and one of his parents is recording him being his adorable self. But let me tell you, this video is much more than that, and you will know when you see that tiny creature coming from behind the baby and then running under the table. It freaked the parents out, and they even tried checking where it went, but it was nowhere to be found. A mysterious bended creature. This short clip was uploaded on the internet by some unknown person. It shows a weird glowing creature whose posture appears to be bent. It moves in a very creepy way, and we have no idea where it was spotted or even where it was going. What we know is that it definitely does not look human, and we do not ever want to be near such a thing.
A dog's encounter with darkness. A curious dog is standing in the corridor and staring into the dark room. After some time, fear grips the dog, and he runs backwards seeking for safety. It seems that he had seen something mysterious that sends shivers down the dog's spine. His instinct kick in, triggering the flight response ingrained in nature. Dogs, like humans, possess an inherent survival instinct, an innate ability to sense danger. This encounter with the enigmatic darkness has left an indelible mark, reminding him to be cautious and vigilant in his exploration of the unfamiliar. Guardian push. As the baby was crying and desperately calling for his mother, the baby's unsteady steps led him to the edge of the bed. In that moment, an unseen gentle force pushed him back to safety. A protective presence watched over the child, ensuring his well-being. Though invisible, the guardian touch brought comfort and relief, safety. A guardian spirit, a motherly presence from beyond, watched over the child, offering a loving touch when needed most. The bond between mother and child transcended the realms, providing protection and solace in times of uncertainty.
Strange lights. Late one night, a strange phenomenon was caught on a Ring camera. At first glance, it appeared to be a small insect flying around the camera. However, upon closer inspection, something seemed off. The tiny creature had glowing spots on its body that were unlike anything seen before. While skeptics suggest that it could be some kind of firefly or other growing insect, the oddities of its movements and glowing spots have left others wondering if it could be something supernatural. Whatever it was, it remains a mystery to this day. A mermaid in Israel. Some guys in Israel ended up getting a mermaid on a camera. The footage might be a bit blurry, but we can clearly see the creature sitting on the rock and jumping back into the water as soon as it spots the boys nearby. Was that really a mermaid, or is it just a fake? Let us know what you guys think.
Eerie gaze in the dark. A few years ago, a YouTuber shared a brief video revealing an unsettling incident in his home. In the clip, he captures two glowing eyes peering out from the shadows within his house. The man recalls feeling a penetrating stare from the dim side of the room, and upon investigation, he discovered this eerie sight. While it's uncertain whether it's his pet dog or something more ominous, the truth remains elusive. Mysterious glowing eyes. In February 2023, a chilling video surfaced on TikTok. The footage initially showcases a coyote moving around, but in an instant, two prominent luminous eyes appear in the background. The coyote seems to react to this presence, even though the glimpse is fleeting. While it could potentially be a large black bear, considering the eerie woods ambience, alternative possibilities shouldn't be ruled out. Fox's dominance duel. On June 24, 2023, a captivating video captures a skirmish between two foxes striving for social supremacy. This rare display of animal behavior unfolds on a trail cam. After moments of tranquility, the conflict ignites when the second fox leaps off a rock. While the battle persists for several minutes, the video concludes without revealing the ultimate victor. An unusual sight. A woman spotted this weird creature swimming in the water, and she got all confused thinking what exactly was that. It wasn't like what a fish would look like. But then, what was it? And it also appeared to be at the same spot, not moving a lot. However, after a little bit of research, we found out that there is a possibility that it might just be a fish, but upside down. Slender Man. The creature, or whatever it is in this clip, appears for a very, very short moment. And that is when the bike's light shines upon it. The biker in the speed he was going probably did not notice the creature being there until he checked the video. Some said it was the infamous Slender Man, while for others it could just be a tree branch or something. Owls. Owls are known for their wisdom, but let's tell you, owls are also famous for being creepy. Sometimes they are looking like aliens, and other times they are moving so weirdly like the ones in this clip. They just make sure if they're residing in someone's attic, no one comes up there, and if someone do, then they should scare the hell out of him. A heart-wrenching story. What this camera captured was something truly disturbing and heart-wrenching. At first, we see the wolf's den where the little cubs are relaxing. However, just after a few moments, a big bear appears on the screen, looking for a way into the wolf's den. After minutes of struggle and digging up the whole place, the bear finally reaches the little cubs and finishes them all one by one. When the wolves come home later, all they get is a torn-up home with no cubs found anywhere. A strange deer sighting. Okay, so in December of 2010, something really weird was caught on a trail cam. At first glance, it seemed like a regular deer, but when people took a closer look, they noticed its antlers were all twisted and bumpy, not the usual ones you'd expect. Experts think it might have been some kind of antler warts, but others are convinced it was a mutant creature of some sort. The video is pretty haunting, and it leaves us with more questions than answers about what kind of creatures might be out there in the dark of night. Anaconda. Have you ever thought about how big those anacondas can get? Like, seriously, what's the upper limit for their size? Well, let me tell you, they can reach a whopping 30 feet. And that right there, looking at this particular anaconda, just shows you how incredibly powerful and dangerous these creatures can be. The tree can't even handle the weight of the snake as it tries to slither up it. Man, I'm relieved that Titanoboa is extinct. Can you imagine what could have gone down if they were still around? An unusual bath time. You've got to see this rare footage of an eagle doing something unexpected, taking a relaxing bath all by itself. Usually, we see eagles fighting or hunting, but this one decided to unwind and cool off. The trail camera captured this moment in 2022, and it's interesting to think that maybe the weather was just too hot for the eagle to resist a nice bath. Captured by a trail camera in the darkest time of the night, this image is sure to scare anyone who saw it. Was it a witch busy in her rituals, sacrificing things for demons? Or is it an alien? Or maybe a ghost? We did a lot of research but couldn't find anything. If you have any idea, let us know in the comments. Zombie moose. This video shows a bull moose going through a terrible brainworm infection that messes up their brains and nervous system. It makes the poor thing weak, fearless, deaf, and partly blind, so it can't move properly and keeps going in circles. Eventually it gets paralyzed. This happens because of a parasite which infects snails and slugs in the ground. So when moose eat vegetation, they accidentally swallow these infected snails and slugs. Haunted basement. In a spine-chilling video, an inspector exploring a vacant house uncovered a startling sight in the basement. A ghostly figure dressed in white. As the door opened, the spectral entity attempted to conceal itself, leaving viewers in bewilderment. Was it a ghost, a wandering spirit, or an enigmatic presence beyond explanation? The haunting encounter in the basement leaves lingering questions, a mysterious specter that defies rational comprehension, and a reminder that the realm of the paranormal holds untold secrets. Soul-eating encounter. The footage that has come across us is one of the most disturbing and soul-wrenching sightings ever recorded on camera. People who have seen the whole video have gone through many mental disorders such as clinical depression, nausea, etc. The video shows bizarre clips of human sacrifices made upon babies and humans. People who have watched the whole video have been eliminated, and the only thing found of them were little scary dolls in their rooms. The sacrifices were made for a dark ritual. Bigfoot. According to the man who uploaded this image, it is a skunk ape holding an infant Bigfoot. However, upon closer it looks like it is just one creature, but a very weird one. Its face does not look like a gorilla, instead more like a human. Could it be the Bigfoot? Or is it just a hoax? Tell us in the comments section. A scary woman. Although the Saudi Arabian police hadn't set out to discover a witch, they stumbled upon an unexpected encounter. They spotted an elderly woman dressed in white with long black hair covering her face. As they reversed their car, she even attempted to follow them briefly. Eventually, the witch chose to part ways and disappeared into the darkness. A weird old woman. Late at night, a group of men came across an elderly woman sitting on a road. Curious about her presence, the men recording the scene questioned her, but she seemed clueless. Given her appearance and hands, which had some distinctive features, the men couldn't help but suspect she might be a witch. A creepy man. Walking in the dark with a white t-shirt on, this thing was the Skinwalker, according to the guys who recorded this whole thing. At first, the creature remained unaware of him being followed by the guys, but as soon as he saw them, one of the guys ran after him with something like a stick in his hand. What happened afterwards, no one knows. Bigfoot's hand. One of the trail cameras out in the Canadian wilderness caught something absolutely bizarre. A mysterious hand creepily emerged from behind the camera, as if trying to snatch it. The hand looked rough, with long, skinny fingers covered in a thick layer of hair on the arm. But that hand didn't look human at all. And it definitely wasn't a bear. We're all scratching our heads, trying to figure out what in the world it could be. Some people said it might be that legendary ape-like creature, you know, the hairy beast. Glowing creature. This happened in Brazil, where a man saw something very unusual. Even though spotted from afar, this wasn't something anyone was gonna not see. This creature, which looked like a humanoid, was glowing in the broad daylight. It wasn't moving or anything, but to everyone who saw it, it looked like a glowing human. Could it be an angel? Or maybe just a huge light? Let us know what you guys think about this one.
A raccoon. This blind raccoon was kept in a cage for years, and when he was finally rescued, it was a sight to see. He got excited about the little things, like having to bathe, play with his humans, and his favorite toys. But the saddest part here is that the raccoon wasn't blind since birth. It became blind due to the neglect of the humans who had it locked away for God knows how many years. Still, good thing he was rescued, and now he has a new life to enjoy. Tigers. When we think of tigers, we usually have the mightiest, the strongest, and the bravest beasts in mind. But this heart-wrenching scene will show you otherwise. This tiger was not just weak, but also shivering and scared. These two tigers lived in an abandoned train car for 15 years, and when they were freed for the first time in so many years, it was a sight that brought tears to everyone's eyes. Hopefully, they will have a good life ahead.
Golem. This short creature was captured carrying what seems to be a small knapsack as it scurries among the rocks. If we take another look, we can see its face, which is a mix of human and dog or bear-like features. It might remind you of Gollum from The Lord of the Rings. The creature moves cautiously between the rocks, occasionally glancing behind as if it's keeping an eye out for some unknown predator. A massive bear. This bear was captured by a camera, and it was quite a sight for everyone on the internet as well. It looked as if it had been training for some competition or something. The video shows this mysteriously huge bear wandering in northern Minnesota, and people who watched it came up with all sorts of suggestions. Some thought it might be a pregnant mommy, while others speculated it's getting ready for hibernation. But even after different reviews, no one is exactly sure about this massive and scary bear. Slender Man. At first, it looked like a weird statue outside the man's house, but as he focused on it, it appeared to be moving. The man was scared as hell, yet he kept recording what he was seeing standing outside his house. After a few minutes, we actually get a close-up of the creature. It looks like what one would call a Slender Man, but whether it was real or not, that question just remained unanswered, as the man said he disappeared just seconds after. A mysterious bug. A family's CCTV happened to record a mysterious bug flying around the house. It was nighttime, and the family had gone somewhere, so it wasn't possible to go check it at the moment. However, later when they saw the recording, this is what they saw. Considering its size, the thing does not look like it was a moth. But then what was it? Some new species of moth? Or some ghost bug? Crawling creature. At first, it looked like a man with a headlamp on, but then it faced the camera, and that's when you see it has two eyes glowing the reddest possible. The size seems pretty big too, so that means it wasn't a human. But then what was it? A hoax or a terrifying beast lurking in the dark? Humanoid being. When some kids decided to go check out a long-abandoned building famous for its ghost sightings, they had no idea that they might actually come across a scary sight in there. It appeared for a millisecond, and that was enough to alert the boys that it was not safe in there, so they ran as fast as they could, and the video ended there. Hopefully, they made it out alive. A witch. This picture was captured by a trail camera, and it shows a human-like figure sitting high on the tree. With long white hair and glowing eyes, the viewers were quick to decide that it can be nothing but a witch, busy in her witchcraft in the middle of the night. However, nothing was ever confirmed. Happy otter. At 3 in the morning, this otter got so excited that it decided to go have a nice time with its neighbor, the trail camera. However, it wasn't long before the otter had its attention diverted to something else, so it just left the camera there. A Bigfoot's baby. When this video hit the internet, it had everyone scratching their heads. Was it just a big gorilla holding its baby and running away from the nearby humans? Or was there more to this video than what meets the eye? It didn't take long for many to start thinking that is what the Bigfoot would be like, and there's a big chance that this might be one. However, nothing was confirmed by the authorities about this clip. UFO speculations. South Korea experienced an astonishing sky illumination on December 31st, 2023, sparking widespread astonishment and concern. Speculation ranged from UFOs to menacing airborne entities. However, Alleviating the mounting anxiety, the South Korean military confirmed that the phenomenon was merely the result of a test-fired, solid-fueled rocket. This clarification brought a sense of relief to the populace. Unusual clash. Posted on YouTube in May 2023, under the title Fight Club, this video captures an unexpected spectacle. Initially depicting a group of turkeys peacefully navigating a forest, the scene takes an abrupt turn as they unexpectedly engage in a fierce altercation. The underlying cause of their sudden clash remains a mystery, but for the video's owner, it stands as one of the most intriguing moments caught by his trail camera. A shapeshifter. Uploaded on TikTok by CurlyHeadman20. This clip first depicts a woman running away from something, and then a long creature crawling on the ground comes into view. And then, after just a second, the creature shrinks into a small one as its rear part disappears. How did that happen? Could it have been a camera error? Or perhaps it actually occurred? Well, these are questions for which we will never obtain answers. Ghost walks through traffic. A 3-minute-long video uploaded on YouTube was considered just another normal day's CCTV footage, until some people noticed a peculiar incident taking place. At a certain point in the video, a man comes into view walking toward the road with the traffic still flowing, and as a truck, a van, and then another van pass by, they do not seem to harm the man in any way. He was literally walking through them. What could it be except a ghost, right? A tragedy. One day a man saw a mother deer with her little baby wandering around in the woods. He was so excited to see this cute family roaming in the woods. But what he did not know was that something tragic was about to happen. As he checked the cameras the next morning, what he saw was truly heart-wrenching. A coyote was seen going down the same path with the head of the baby deer in its mouth. A hunter bobcat. In Idaho, a hunter was up on a mountain, spotting mule deer, when he managed to capture some mind-blowing footage. Right in front of the hunter, some deer and a bobcat were sneaking up to the deer without them noticing anything. In a second pass, we see the bobcat jumping on one of the deer, grabbing it by the neck. Both of them came stumbling down the hill, and we couldn't tell if the deer survived or not. This is one rare encounter the hunter had not just seen, but also recorded, with the bobcat taking a prey much larger than its size.
Beagle. Beagles are considered to be one of the cutest breeds of dogs. I don't know how someone can keep such adorable things so cruelly. This little guy was kept in a crate for years. It was there for so long that when the rescuers tried taking it out, the dog was refusing. We are so glad that there are still good people on Earth who actually care about such animals and went to this little dog's rescue as soon as they heard about it. A chimp. Chimps are considered to be among the smartest, and this one right here is going to prove it. Being locked in a zoo, the chimp wanted to have humans help it escape, and so it pointed them out the lock. He wanted the man to pull the window up so the chimp can go live freely in the wild with his family. Unfortunately, that wasn't going to happen.
Swimming gators. Be it alligators or crocodiles, we humans have just considered them the hunting machines. But what happens when the alligators think nobody is watching them? They do things like floating around in the pool. It looks like the gator is vibing with itself, enjoying the cool, clear water. Doesn't it make them look pretty cute? A bear and coyote. Ever wonder what happens after the National Geographic's camera rolls off and the humans go back to their homes? Well, you'll know after watching this clip where a black bear and a coyote wander through a forest together, seemingly unbothered by anyone's presence. Don't they both look very tired? Well, of course they must be after the whole day of shooting, right?
New Guinea singing dog. Guess what? They found the New Guinea singing dog, which was believed to be extinct. Some smart folks did a study and discovered that the DNA of 3 wild dogs from New Guinea matched that of the singing dogs. So it turns out the species wasn't extinct in the wild like everyone thought. These dogs must have been hiding out for a while, maybe waiting until there were enough of them to come out again. Gharials. Gharials, also called gavials, are ancient creatures that have been around for about 200 million years. They have long, thin mouths filled with sharp teeth, and they are closely related to crocodiles. Sadly, modern gharials are the only ones left, and they are in great danger of disappearing forever. That's why special care is being given to the gharials that are currently in captivity and still surviving.
Bear attack. Mother Nature can be both breathtaking and scary at the same time. In 2022, there was this crazy video caught on camera showing the law of nature at its wildest. There was this dark and eerie creature perched on top of a tree. Can you believe it? People were wondering if it was a big cat, but it was a big bear right there. And somehow it managed to climb up so high. Must have been one hungry critter going after a bird's nest. It's just the harsh reality of survival in the food chain, you know? Life can be tough for everyone. A giant wolf. On their way home, these guys saw something that freaked the heck out of them. It was a massive wolf, my friend. And let me tell you, that creature locking eyes with them in the darkness sent shivers down their spines. Instead of making a quick exit, some brave souls actually chose to stick around and record the whole thing. Can you imagine? I mean, seriously, who wouldn't just run for their lives at the sight of that beast? A death march. A strange video was recorded by a man who stepped out of his house and saw a group of turkeys acting oddly. These turkeys were circling around a dead cat on the road. When the video gained popularity, people were puzzled. But we have an explanation. Researchers say the turkeys thought the cat was a threat, so they began to investigate. Since turkeys stick together, when one started circling, the others followed, creating a strange loop now known as the death circle. Creepy being on camper. The recording is a bit unclear and not high in quality, but what it shows is truly remarkable. Imagine this. A creature with a hammer-shaped head suddenly appears on top of a camper's roof, lets out a loud scream, and then disappears. Some thought it looked like a dog. Others suggested a monkey. But honestly, it didn't resemble any of those animals to us. So what exactly was it? Nobody has the answer.